everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I will be making some miniature pizza. I already have some wooden pizza plates that I have pre-prepared. I did not do this on camera for safety reasons. You can get little wooden squares from the dollar store or craft stores. I think I got these ones from the dollar store. For safety reasons, I didn't want to sand my squares on camera just because I didn't want to damage my camera, but I use a mini Dremel to sand my squares. If you don't have this, you can also just use sandpaper. This is also the particular cream wax that I decided to use to stain it, and I got this from Goodwill for $1.50. Starting off with a mixture of white and translucent Sculpey clay, I'm going to make a little circle, or it's kind of just like a lump. You can definitely use the cookie cutter if you want to, or a circle cutter, but I find that pizzas that are a little bit irregular are a little bit more realistic. I'm going to use a combination of cake decorating tools, dotting tools, toothbrushes, and dense brushes to be creating different textures on the pizza. I will be making the crust of my pizza a little bit higher than what I think I need, just because I will be putting the physical toppings on the center of the pizza and not embedded in the crust in the part of the pizza. Make the crust a little bit taller. If you don't have a lot of these texture tools, you can also use a ball of tin foil. That works too. I'm just measuring my pizza to make sure that it fits on the tray, and then I will be taking my cutter and cutting a small slice of pizza out. Kinda looks like a Pac-Man. For additional detail, I am taking the time to texturize the slice of the pizza that I actually cut, so the sides of it, and also the bigger part of the pizza, just adding a little bit more detail. I'm also taking my dotting tool and adding some texture in the crust to kind of make it look like a fluffy crust. I'm taking 3 different chalk pastels, a pastel yellow, a burnt orange, and a brown color. And I will be using all 3 of these pastels to color my pizza. This is optional. You can also definitely texturize the bottom of the pizza, but because I will be adhering my pizza to the wood trays, I don't need to work on the bottom of mine. Now, because I actually do miniatures as my job, I do have a stockpile of a whole bunch of ingredients. I have some plastic leaves that I cut from a plastic plant, some tomatoes that I have pre-made, and some red onion that I have pre-made as well. The onions are also really easy to make too. You can actually just make a regular circle cane and then cover each layer with the purple color and then just keep going and then bake it, and when you cut it, the pastel actually adheres to the inside and it creates the little rings, so you actually don't have to make the rings, it just kind of falls apart naturally. The tomatoes that I had prepared earlier are actually just circles of translucent and colored with red chalk, and then I just sliced them like little tomato slices. And from the plastic leaves, I just cut them down so that they're a little bit smaller. For some reason, I'm losing my voice and I don't know why. So, deal with that. I have my pizza all baked and cooled down, and now it's ready for toppings. Here, I'm just using regular white glue, and I am adhering the toppings onto my pizzas. If my voice quality is a little bit better, I just made myself a smoothie. first pizza, I just wanted to make a veggie pizza, so I'll only be adding veggies on this one. For the tomato sauce, it's actually going to be a combination of gloss varnish, red food coloring, yellow food coloring, and a little bit of red acrylic paint. And I will be mixing all of those until I have my desired shade of sauce. I will be going back and forth between the sauce mixture and just the gloss varnish, just so that the sauce isn't opaque throughout the entire pizza. For the cheese, I'm actually going to be making it super melted cheese, and it's going to be a combination of matte varnish and some ivory acrylic paint. I'm going to be taking a very small flat brush and adding the cheese where I feel like it needs a little bit of cheese. I didn't want my green veggies to be overshadowed by the red sauce, so I'll be adding them now. Because all of the varnishes are still wet, the green veggies should be able to just lay on top and stick on. While all the varnishes are drying, I'm going to be adding a little bit of a dark brown sienna and adding that to the crust so that it looks a little bit burnt. One time when I was at a show, I was selling some pizzas and a girl ran up to me and was like, "Oh, these pizzas look so good." And I was just like, "Oh, thank you." And she's like, "They look crispy." And I could hear the amount of C's that she was saying. Crispy. Now, if you must, and you want to put meat on it, I guess that's okay. To make the little meat pieces, I'm just going to be making those little brown pieces. I don't know what to call them. Little brown meats? I haven't eaten a meat pizza in forever. I took some white clay, rubbed it around on a tinfoil ball, colored it with brown chalk, baked them, and then this is it. And I will be doing the exact same process with this pizza as well. What are your guys' favorite pizzas? Let me know in the comments down below! I actually really like veggie pizzas, and just plain cheese pizzas. I don't know why. I think I was just eating a lot of plain cheese pizzas when I used to do birthday parties for kids, and all they would eat was just cheese pizzas. Once I finished all those steps for all my pizzas, I'm actually going to be taking a darker brown acrylic paint and putting this around the elevated parts of the pizza, so parts of the pizza that might kind of get burnt, gives it a little bit more realism. For the little meat pieces, I'm actually also taking a little bit of a darker brown acrylic paint with a little bit of gloss sealer and putting that on top of the meat pieces as well. If there are any toppings that look like they're a little bit too high up and they might be burnt, put a little bit of the darker color on there. It'll definitely look more realistic and more crispy. You can seal your pizzas with a little bit more matte or gloss varnish or a variation of them, and then you're done. Here are all my pizzas. I think they came out super cute. If you're interested in them, I have them available on my Etsy shop, and also I have the option to make them into magnets. You just have to let me know at the time of purchase. You can definitely like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Also, this episode is sponsored by pizza. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!